Well, hi, this is Rick Giggy, and this is the Growing Successful Adults series. And this topic is about non-judgmental and the love of diversity and uniqueness and novelty. So the highest, nicest thing, nicest thing anybody said to me was, "Oh, you're non-judgmental." And I learned that from my mother. She saw everything as unique and everybody as unique. And everybody is okay. And I've noticed that the most successful people are the inclusive people. The people who, don't judge people. They can say, I don't like it, I like it, I don't like it. But they don't try to make anybody wrong. And when little kids are brought up and they're taught that they're wrong, they're taught to be judgmental. And judgments are based on assumptions that we really often don't know what's going on. We don't know why isn't this person eating pork? Well, because it's not part of their religion. Doesn't mean they're wrong for not eating pork, but sometimes people make them wrong because they're different. And my friends, so many friends, have been teaching me so much for so long about diversity and not assuming that somebody's worse than I am or better than I am because they're different. We're just different. We're all unique. And can we celebrate each other's uniqueness? So I was lucky. I was born in Canada and I was brought up in Canada. And like any country, they made lots of mistakes, but they got some things right. And there was a prime minister, or the president of Canada, by the name of Pierre Elliott Trudeau. And he and his government made a decision to open the borders of Canada and let in people from all over the world because the country weren't producing people fast enough to do everything that needed to be done. Canadians needed help. And so within a 2 or 3 year period, there were lots of people from all over the world. And white Anglo-Saxon Protestants were no longer in the majority. I believe the group of people who were in the majority were from China, and the next group were from Italy. And so it went, and it was very hard for people at first. People had different costumes. They talked differently. Their words sounded different. They looked different. Many people had different colored skins. And it took special training. And I was working for the North York Board of Education then, and some parents from I think it was Jamaica got very angry at how their children were being treated in school. Their children were being stereotyped. Their children, they just weren't treated as people. And so they demanded that the Board of Education provide training for the teachers and principals and vice principals and everybody, secretaries, how to see people as people, not, as a stereotype, as an assumption. as a judgment. And they spent millions of dollars, and there was a teacher by the name of Enid Lee. And boy, she provided experiences for me to really expand my consciousness. Because I'd grown up in a pretty white bread world. And it was really great and painful to look at my prejudices and my biases and my judgments and stereotypes and things. And I'm happy that idea of diversity training is becoming more and more popular around the planet, and that the very most successful people, in any way you measure success, they are the most inclusive. And, there are political parties in the world that say, oh, homosexuals are bad and lesbians are bad. And yet they have lots of homosexuals and lesbians as part of their organization, but they keep it a secret. And it's like, oh, come on, guys. We're all human beings, and, we're as important as the trees and the fish in the sea. We're part of life, and life is about diversity. You know what happens to forests that only have one kind of tree? They get sick, and they don't last very long. So we need diversity, and we need acceptance of differences. And we need to know that we may think we know something, but there's usually more to the story. And I think everybody's finding that life is far more complex than we can get our heads around. So I hope this helps, and helps you, if you're a parent, bring up a kid who's successful, who's got a chance. And if you don't have any kids, or you're old like me, then when you see kids, treat them differently. Treat them like the amazing creatures they are, and that they can grow up to be successful adults. We need to, what is it? It takes a village to raise a child. It takes the whole world to raise a child, and we can do even better than we're doing. Okay, bye. Make a video, make a poem, make a song or something about your ideas.